Nod or shake reviews. Willie nod or Willie shake. Yeah!
Hello, Johnny here with Jim Bobby. Welcome to another thing of Nod or Shake Reviews. Nod if it's good, shake if it's not so good. Either way, you should check it out because you might find your new favorite movie. We're still doing our contest where you have to follow us, whatever, on Instagram, subscribe to us on YouTube. We'll ask this week is going to be a music-related question, and if you get it right and your name is drawn, for the most part, only one person is answering and getting it right, so that makes it easier. So this week is music, and the question is, who wrote the song, I Will Always Love You? Again, the question is, who wrote the song, I Will Always Love You? Alrighty, answer the question, and you can get a digital code from some movies I have. So we gave some away last night at my brother's Twitch. Bunny Villain, he changed it, and I forgot what he changed it to, but it's either the Bunny Villain or Bunny Villain. So just
that's promotion.
Look
right
up
there.
One of those, and you'll find it. Alrighty, on to the review. Indiana Jones
and the Dial of Destiny.
Oh, yeah, I thought it was really good. I thought it, yeah. Oh, really good is a strong word, but I enjoyed it. There were some things that I don't think worked, but overall, I did enjoy it. Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Yeah, was what?
I thought she did really good.
Oh!
Really?
Really?
Why?
Bro! This movie sucked!
I
have never disagreed with you more.
Why are you yelling? You're yelling.
I'm blown away. I thought you didn't like it.
Oh no, I thought it was pretty. I thought it was a fitting end to the. There were some parts that I was like, I don't like that. One thing I really did like was at least I felt, and maybe I missed some things. There were some things that they did it with. Was they didn't like smash every other Easter egg in your face. Like they really could have, but I felt like the Easter eggs were pretty light.
Yeah, probably because the dudes that made this film didn't watch the original, obviously, and didn't understand the Indiana Jones character. Like, I didn't get any, like, this, what? Finish your review. I don't know, dude.
Well, what's your review? I don't. Why did you hate it?
I hated every moment of it.
Why?
I tried to go in with a very open mind, very, very extremely open, especially after the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I thought there was no lower you could sink, right? Mm-hmm. So I was like, okay, so it's going to be better than that, which I give it marks. It is better than that by far.
Worse.
No. It is better than Kingdom of Crystal Skull.
Okay.
But first off, maybe it's because I am a believer that the trilogy is sacred. Now, I am not a fan of the Temple of Doom. I know that there's been a resurgence of fans for that movie. I still dislike that film. But the first one and the second one, first off, it deals with like
the second one is the Temple of Doom.
I said the first, yeah.
You said the first and second one.
Oh, the first and third one are the best because of a multitude of reasons. Number one, it deals with lore that people like know and like have heard of in real life. They don't make up these like things. Like the Ark of the Covenant is something that is talked about in the Bible, and the Holy Grail, of course, is talked about in lore. With Camelot and all that, there's stories that back it up, and so like you're already like in love with that if you're a fan of like archaeology and history and shit like that. So those movies are successful starting with that. Then the character development, when they hit the third one with Sean Connery and you see a little bit more of Indiana Jones, is just so beautifully done.
Review this movie. You're reviewing
so I'm just giving some backstory about that. This movie is just like, all right, we're going to make up a bunch of nonsense. We're going to not follow any lore that anybody could understand or anybody knows. And yeah, we're just going to make it work, right? Hated the characters. Indiana Jones is a grumpy old man. Literally, in the beginning of this movie, he is a grumpy old man, get off my lawn style. And it's just like, okay, fine. Age affects everybody. But you know what? I don't want to see my Indiana Jones having back issues. Sorry. I don't want to have my Indiana Jones talking about how his ankles hurt and are swollen. Sorry. That's not my Indiana Jones. Go to bed. Done. Let it die. Just stop. Because you're ruining these franchises, in my opinion. This is an awful, awful movie. And Phoebe Waller-Bridge, whatever. Yeah. Is that her name? Waller-Bridge? No. That's a horrible band, by the way. Yeah, no. I hated her from the get. I hated her. Hated her.
I thought it was a good character.
No. Smug. Like, I'm better than everybody. Like, just smug. Like, right? You just... I hated this film, Johnny. I'm sorry.
I thought it was good. I thought I don't disagree. I don't really agree with the whole like everybody has to know the lore because
I'm not saying
everybody.
That. No, I'm not saying that you have to because obviously there is a fan base for Temple of Doom which doesn't use any lore that we know and understand. But I'm just saying it's a good way to like build a already great foundation because the story of the Holy Grail is so epic.
I mean...
And then just to add to it, it's just epic.
I feel like everybody knows time travel, though. Which, I don't know.
Yes, but like this was... to my knowledge, it's just... They made it up. It was dumb, dude. It was stupid, poor writing. Hated it. No!
I thought the ending... The ending almost was really terrible for me. But they swerved right, and I was happy that they did that. But even... a little bit of a spoiler, but I don't know. Indiana Jones and time traveling, I'm not really sure I'm up for that.
Oh, that's the other thing, too. Yes, agree with that. Because, you know what? Yeah, there's this line in this movie that just made me agitated. He's like, I don't believe in magic, but I seen some shit. And I'm like, dude, you don't believe in magic by now? Come on!
Yeah, that was the one thing. That was the one thing.
Your father was saved... by the Holy freaking Grail. You don't believe?
But
come on!
To its credit, so, fun fact, for people who don't know, Temple of Doom is actually a prequel to Raiders of the Lost Ark. So, again, you can make that argument that you hear he doesn't believe in the supernatural in Raiders of the Lost Ark. Meanwhile, Kalima was such a big thing in Temple of Doom, which was very supernatural. So.
Is that true that it's a prequel?
Yes.
Is there anything in the movie that suggests that it's a prequel?
I think
did they say that?
I think they just say. I think at the beginning of the movie they say I don't know exactly, but it is a prequel. It's one of those like.
I mean, I've heard that too. I've watched the movie.
Yeah,
and never have gotten that.
But yeah, after like 3 or 4 times of like supernatural and then aliens and living in a refrigerator after being blown up by a nuclear bomb. You can kind of go.
I believe in magic.
I believe time travel. But I thought it was good. One reviewer said that he didn't like the movie because he didn't understand why the Nazis were bad guys. So.
Somebody said that?
Somebody said that.
Even like if he watched Raiders for the first time? So.
I would pick up a history book.
So, like, I mean, just, you could have done something where they're like a new generation of Nazi, like
or just find or be like,
or just throw Darth Vader in there.
Work hard and just make a different villain and make him why he's a villain, make him why he's a bad guy. Because when you make a bad guy and go like he's a Nazi, you don't have to do anything. You just go like, oh, he's a bad guy.
That's exactly why they did it. It's called poor writing.
Yeah.
It's a standard in movies today, apparently. It's awful.
But yeah, I enjoyed myself. I liked the...
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll leave it there.
I wasn't, like, foaming at the mouth good, but it was serviceable.
I think you're foaming.
Alrighty.
I think we should take you to the doctor.
Next week, I forget. Oh, Insidious 8, whatever number they're at. Jesus, I don't even...
The Red Door, right?
God, I don't even know. I watched the first one. I was like, that's good enough. And then now I'm just going to go and watch the fifth one.
I watched the first one and I was like, I'm not a fan.
It was good. And then the more you saw Darth Maul, the less scary it was. So it was like, All right. And then the Tulip song, it's like, listen, man, that song is scary, but it's also on SpongeBob, so it's not that scary anymore. And I think it was in SpongeBob first.
Yeah.
Alrighty, thanks for cringing. We'll see you next week when we see that hot mess of a movie. Bye-bye.
Thanks for cleansing.